What up, y'all? Shout out to Memphis. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you guys aren't just crashing out and making reckless decisions, despite what's going on, despite who you're tied to and who you rock with. Just be careful, man. Because I don't live in Memphis and I'm not directly tied to Memphis, I'm just going to give my opinion. I want to speak about Yo Gotti. At one point in time, he was on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne the God, he asked him about his ties to young Dolph and their beef and everything like that. And Yo Gotti mentioned how he hadn't exchanged no money with him, had no had no, none of them ever touched each other. There was never no physical confrontation, nothing like that. And then he claimed that, matter of fact, he was helping Dolph. He used to help give him advice and have him bring him to his shows and stuff like that. It sounds similar to when Pac, before, when Pac fell out with Biggie, and then Pac started talking about how he pit on Biggie and how he was helping Biggie and giving him advice and helping him with his style and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, they went from friends to foes. But then he also said, it ain't my fault that I'm the biggest rapper in Memphis. I'm the best rapper from Memphis. It always disturbs me when someone proclaims themselves the king of their city, when there's multiple rappers who are successful and who have a big name from that city. I think that's when the ego is at the forefront, when you just project yourself as that guy. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Yo Gotti ain't really that dope of a rapper to me. To me, when he first came out, he sounded like a fake Young Jeezy, really. Yo Gotti, to me, I felt like he was inspired by the style of Jeezy. I mean, try to raspy his voice and try to sound a certain way. I could tell that ain't really how his voice sound or how he really rap or talk. But that's his, because that became marketable and people took a liking to his voice and his style, he stuck with it. That's okay. All right, I respect that, but you can't be stealing other people's style. You can't steal someone's unique style. A lot of people stole a lot of ad-libs, words, and the tone of Jeezy. Jeezy was the first one I heard with his type of style. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe he was inspired and influenced by someone else. But Yo Gotti is a fake Young Jeezy to me. As far as the way he talked, the way he rapped, to me, it's a fake persona to me. But he became successful being fake at what he was doing or acting it out. Just like the rapper Rick Ross. His name is not Rick Ross. He uses the name of someone who was a well-known drug dealer out of LA, Freeway Ricky. And now Freeway Ricky is out. And it seems like the powers that be are doing everything they can to keep Freeway Ricky quiet and low-key and out of the limelight. Because Rick Ross, the rapper, has already been at the forefront. So the original Rick Ross, is not getting the credit he deserved. And the original Rick Ross is not being given the opportunities he deserves. All because of this imitation Rick Ross, who made the beard a style. Not my type of beard. I ain't getting a beard. I don't grow a beard because of Rick Ross now. But he made growing a big old full beard He made being fat with a big beard cool. And his style of rap became marketable. 50 Cent, another example. 50 Cent got his name from the original 50 Cent from New York. I think he's from Brownsville. I think he was from Brownsville. Yeah, the original 50. This was a short little nigga who was crazy, who was a walking crash out. But he put fear in a lot of people. When the real 50 Cent showed up, people ran. But this new 50, this guy that emerges, and he uses the name 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, he takes on that name and that persona. And now the world don't even know who the real 50 Cent is unless you look up the documentary or you do the research and you search for the real 50. So it's a lot of fake people. It's a lot of imitation type people. At least what I can say for Dolph is, I don't know anybody else that was similar to who had his style or who Dolph could have mimicked or copied. In my eyes, in my opinion, Yo Gotti definitely copied Jeezy's style. He's a fake imitation Jeezy to me. Dolph is just Dolph to me. He's never had the most appealing rap style to me. I never thought he was like one among the top rappers, but at the same time, I respect his craft. I respect his style. And the fact that he became successful at it, at least he became successful at being Dolph, being himself, instead of being successful at imitating someone else's style or stealing someone else's style and then making it marketable to make you that guy. So Yo Gotti, come on, man. Who is this guy? Like, who was he before he took on the little raspy, low voice that we know ain't really his voice like that? But the fact that these guys had so much envy of young Dolph, because young Dolph, like, it's probably true that Yo Gotti has more hits or bigger hits than Dolph, but Dolph was a self-made millionaire. He didn't have to sign his life away like Yo Gotti did. He didn't have to contradict himself. He still stayed true to who he was, you know. And when he became his own boss, he kept it moving. He didn't look back, and he didn't go back to Yo Gotti or rely on him to keep himself afloat. So maybe Yo Gotti wanted young Dolph to keep relying on him and getting advice from him, like he said he was giving him in the beginning. And I think maybe a little jealousy came into place. I think Yo Gotti got a little jealous. It wasn't no little. He probably got real jealous at the fact that Dolph was making it on his own. He was getting features with other people. You know, he was on different people's songs. People would be on his songs. So, really, when Dolph was alive, was Yo Gotti projected the king of Memphis? Was he looked at as the number one rapper in Memphis? I doubt it. Because I never looked at Yo Gotti as the king of anything. What is Yo Gotti the king of? Talking like Jeezy? Come on now. When I first heard that song, Act Right, YG, Jeezy, and I forget the other dude, the other rapper that's featured on there. But when I first heard Yo Gotti voice on there, I was like, oh, that's Jeezy. And then when I saw the video and I realized who it was, I said, who is this dude? Trying to sound like Jeezy. Come on, man. Yo Gotti is not original. He's not an originator like that. So we got to stop with the cap. We got to stop acting like Yo Gotti was the first of his kind. No. He was just good at marketing himself. Maybe he got some good advice from Jay-Z, you know, and I think that helped him to remain successful. But rapping alone, Yo Gotti, no. Mm-mm. But anyway, like I say, man, envy, man, can make people want to get other people taken out because they don't want someone else to outshine them. And I think young Dolph started to outshine Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti didn't like that. And Black Youngster was just a pawn, really, under the umbrella of Yo Gotti, Jay-Z, and whoever else. But at least we can say for young Dolph, he became his own man, his own brand, and he was successful on his own without having to rely on other people and sign his life away to other people. And maybe that's another reason why they had a lot of hate and beef towards Dolph, because Dolph was his own man and he wasn't no slave. So these other pawns, these little millionaire pawns who were connected and signed to these executives, you know, maybe these executives, they probably told him, like, look, you guys need to figure a way to get him out of here. He's standing in you guys' way. You guys could be making a lot more money, but this independent rapper over here, this Dolph guy with the Dolphins, he's messing up our business. He's bad for business. We got to do something about this guy. Make some calls. We'll figure it out. But it's so cowardly that all of these people joined, had meetings, plotted the day they were going to line up Dolph. Y'all got to be so weak, bro. All of y'all, whether it's CMG, Jay-Z, all of these goofies out here, I don't give a damn how wealthy, rich you motherfuckers are. Y'all got to be the weakest, cowardly people to plot on one man. Even the PRE. Dudes I already know it's dudes that was in PRE that was plotting on Dolph's demise too. Jealousy, envy. But all of y'all need to all be wiped out. All of y'all need to pay the ultimate price and be exposed for how cowardly y'all were at conspiring to kill Dolph because y'all wanted him, because y'all felt he was in the way. I thought it was enough money for everybody. I guess not when it comes to Dolph, man. Salute to Memphis, man. Shout out to y'all. Keep Dolph alive.